a tactic that was both shocking and dangerous. Smugglers are always inventing new methods to transport illegal substances, but airport security remains vigilant. During a routine baggage check at JFK, officials encountered an unexpected discovery: an unusually large number of chocolate bars in a traveler's luggage. The sheer number of them raised suspicions, and it didn't take long for customs agents to realize that these weren't ordinary sweets. The man, Edney Barco, wasn't just carrying chocolate. Each wrapper was packed with heroin instead of candy. A total of 11 pounds of heroin were cleverly concealed inside the bars, with a street value of around $400,000. He was arrested on the spot and charged with attempting to smuggle controlled substances. Those chocolates were dangerous, but the next smuggle is even more mind-boggling. Number 8. iPhone jacket. In 2014, a man from Hong Kong attempted one of the most absurd smuggling stunts at an airport in China. The demand for the latest iPhones was sky high in China at the time, with prices inflated due to taxes and fees. So, this man thought he could outsmart customs by bringing in cheaper iPhones from Hong Kong and selling them at a premium in the mainland. He covered his entire torso and legs with rows of iPhones, creating what could only be described as iPhone armor. However, instead of blending in, his suspiciously bulky appearance instantly caught the attention of security. His strange, stiff movements didn't help either. As he approached the metal detector, it became clear that something was off. The machine lit up like a Christmas tree, exposing 94 iPhones taped all over his body. It was a spectacular fail, and his poorly executed plan ended with him being caught on the spot. That tech-packed smuggling attempt was shocking, but our next discovery is truly nuts. Number 7. Sweet marijuana. In 2022, at Pittsburgh International Airport, security came across a rather unexpected discovery. While peanut butter and jelly may be a classic combination, peanut butter and cannabis, not so much. A passenger had attempted to smuggle 3 vape cartridges containing THC, the active compound in cannabis, by concealing them deep inside a jar of peanut butter. At first glance, it might have seemed like a clever plan. However, modern airport scanners were not so easily fooled. When the jar was scanned, the dense shape of the vape cartridges stuck out like a sore thumb amidst the peanut butter. The sharp eyes of the TSA agents immediately recognized something was off. Despite cannabis being legal in some U.S. states, transporting it across state lines without proper authorization is still a federal offense. The passenger argued that the cannabis was for medical use, but that didn't sway security officials. The local police were called in, and the vape cartridges were swiftly confiscated. Peanut butter was a bold choice, but the next discovery involves something far more dangerous. Number 6. Grenades. In the early hours of July 9, 2024, airport staff were thrown into chaos when they discovered a suspicious object that led to the shutdown of the entire terminal. It was a typical morning at Hilo International Airport, and passengers were lined up for their flights. As the day went on, TSA officers noticed something alarming during an X-ray scan: a pair of mysterious circular objects inside a carry-on bag that didn't quite add up. The bag belonged to a 41-year-old Japanese national, Akito Fukushima, who was about to depart from Hawaii. Immediately, the airport was placed on high alert. Security officers swiftly evacuated the terminal as the Hawaii Police Department's bomb squad was called in to assess the situation. Tensions were high as authorities worked to determine the nature of the threat. Fortunately, after a thorough inspection, the bomb squad confirmed that the grenades were not real, but inert replicas. By 6:45 a.m., Fukushima was arrested on charges of first-degree terroristic threatening. This charge refers to intentionally causing someone to fear for their safety or life through threats, even if no real harm was intended. Given that he brought objects resembling grenades to an airport, it's easy to see why this charge was applied. The airport resumed operations just a few minutes later, but the event left a mark on everyone involved. Authorities reminded the public that even replica explosives are prohibited in both carry-on and checked baggage. From fake grenades to living creatures, the next discovery will make your skin crawl. Before we move on, here's today's subscriber pick. You might think you've seen all kinds of creative ways people smuggle illegal items, but some are more extreme than you can imagine. Take this example from the days of Pablo Escobar, the notorious drug lord. His cartel often used mules, individuals who swallowed or inserted illegal drugs into their bodies to avoid detection. In a shocking case from 2011, a young Irishman was caught at a Brazilian airport. He had ingested 72 thumb-sized packets of cocaine, carrying a total of 830 grams inside his digestive system. Fortunately, he survived after the drugs were surgically removed, but the dangers were real. If even one packet had ruptured, it could have released a deadly dose of cocaine into his body. This high-risk method turned mules into ticking time bombs, risking their lives for quick cash. Escobar's cartel became infamous for exploiting people this way, but advancements in security technology eventually made it harder for smugglers to succeed. Let us know what you think about this method in the comments below. Number 5. 200 tarantulas and then some. In 2012, a German couple returning from a trip to Peru found themselves navigating the bustling halls of Schiphol Airport in Amsterdam, unaware that their journey was about to take a surprising turn. While everything seemed normal at first, a routine baggage scan revealed something out of the ordinary. Inside their luggage were not just clothes or souvenirs, but over 200 live tarantulas. Along with the tarantulas, the couple had packed grasshoppers, millipedes, and beetles, all in tiny containers. As the officers unzipped the bag, the critters began to crawl out, making the situation feel like a scene from a horror movie. Fortunately, airport officials acted fast, ensuring none of the creepy crawlies made it past the security checkpoint. The couple was charged for transporting live animals without a permit, raising questions about what their plans had been with such an unusual collection. Creepy crawlies aside, the next find involves a much sharper surprise hidden in plain sight. Number 4. Knife in laptop. In our next discovery, an ordinary piece of everyday technology held a shocking secret, something completely unexpected and entirely out of place. On November 11, 2022, Richmond International Airport in Virginia became the scene of a bizarre event that left seasoned TSA officers stunned. A man from Williamsburg was going through security like anyone else, but when his gaming laptop passed through the X-ray machine, it revealed something far more dangerous than just a piece of tech: a knife hidden inside the laptop's casing. Initially, when security pulled aside his carry-on bag to inspect it, they didn't find anything. No weapon in sight. But the X-ray kept showing the blade. With no knife visible in the other items, officers decided to take a closer look at the laptop. Once disassembled, they uncovered a double-edged knife tucked away inside the guts of the device, cleverly fixed to the bottom casing. The man initially denied knowing anything about the knife, but once the laptop was opened and the blade revealed, he admitted it was his. Authorities didn't disclose a motive, though there seemed to be no immediate malicious intent, as the knife was discreetly concealed inside his gaming laptop in a non-threatening way. This led some to speculate that he may have hidden the knife for personal protection. The knife was meticulously concealed inside a Gigabyte Aorus gaming laptop, a model known for its powerful specs and sleek design. Beyond the discovery of the knife, TSA experts noted how the laptop itself had been tampered with. The RAM sticks were damaged. The SSD was covered by a thermal pad, and the fans were in dire need of a cleaning. But none of this mattered as much as the hidden blade, a potential weapon that could have caused serious harm if it had made it onto the flight. From sharp blades to slippery surprises, this next smuggle will leave you rattled. Number 3. Snake on a plane. Almost. At Newark Liberty International Airport, a regular day quickly turned wild when a child spotted something dangerous on the floor and alerted TSA officers. What they discovered wasn't your typical lost item like a wallet or keys. It was a black snake about 15 inches long with a bright yellow ring around its neck. The slithering surprise, later identified as a ring-necked snake, caused quite a stir. Officers quickly closed off the area and managed to trap the snake under a bin, much to the relief of everyone nearby. While TSA agents are used to finding forgotten gloves or misplaced items, This marked the first time someone had left behind a pet snake at a checkpoint. But here's the twist. What's really surprising is not that someone had a snake at the airport. Believe it or not, it's actually legal to bring a snake on a plane, as long as it's non-venomous and the airline allows it. So while this snake may have slithered away from its owner, it wasn't breaking any laws. A snake might give you chills, but what comes next involves something far more exotic and illegal. Number 2. Bobtail lizards. Airport X-rays can reveal a lot, but nothing could have prepared security for what they uncovered inside this traveler's bag. In 2017, a Japanese traveler's suitcase was flagged at Perth Airport when something unusual appeared on the X-ray scan. Officers opened the luggage to investigate further, and were stunned to find small cotton bags, each containing live creatures. Upon closer inspection, they discovered the bags held rare reptiles, tightly packed and clearly struggling. These weren't just any animals. Inside the cotton bags were 13 exotic bobtail lizards. Smuggling these creatures is a serious crime, as they are highly prized in the illegal pet trade. Each lizard was worth about $10,000, which means the traveler was attempting to traffic roughly $130,000 worth of wildlife. Fortunately, the animals were rescued before they could suffer further harm, and the smuggler was fined $10,000 for his crime. From rare reptiles to something that could have turned tragic, our final discovery is far more alarming. Number 1. Bullets. It wasn't just about what was found. It was the unexpected and bizarre hiding place that made this discovery truly shocking. At Atlantic City International Airport, security officers found 6 bullets hidden inside a stick of deodorant. Now, while it might sound like a clever way to sneak ammunition past security, the TSA's X-ray machines are way too advanced for that kind of trick. They quickly spotted the bullets concealed within the everyday item. You've got to wonder, though, why would someone try to sneak bullets onto a plane like this? The obvious answer is they likely had some bad intentions. It's important to note that passengers are only allowed to bring registered and declared guns on flights, and they must be completely unloaded. Clearly, this individual wasn't following the rules and thought they could sneak in the ammo. Thankfully, airport security caught on before anything dangerous could happen. But it does raise a big question. Why go through the trouble of hiding bullets if there's no gun to go with them? Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.